team from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will kick it away to start. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Lining up for a first down play. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to commute.
And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Arkansas. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Might as well give it to him again. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He fires one deep down the right side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in their zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down at them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof, if you get up now, you're dang sure going to feel them later.
the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Carter. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Looking for a crease. It's Perry. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big play. You got to get...
Touchdown, Branson Kansas. Rolled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. He'll try the left side. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, it makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
He's going to let it go. Makes the grab on left side. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it.
For a year, we beat him 30-3, by the way. Just side note, but just dynamic player. But you're right, always ground team, ground and pound. And they got that ability to keep some balance. These teams can open up, and Arkansas can have great seasons.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once.
To the air, it's Green. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They want to run this quarterback. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They're going to ride this running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On second down, looking to throw. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to play football at a pace that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that, you're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
He's back to throw on second down. This time he's got it. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. It's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, move the ball.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. They'll run it. Trucks through the defender. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles. If you execute it properly, David, you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll give it to him again. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here from my running back, make the game easy.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Running it to the right. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to pass. It's Green. Got his man quickly. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
This is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
Louisiana has it back, in the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
On first down from their own 22. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch.
Ball wide receiver. So great job by the quarterback, using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing them open.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Unloads to the right. And it's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
That's caught. It's Johnson. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
No way, I can't believe this.
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. Tackled, but he has a first down.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in, playing together. That was a critical fourth down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
Trying to find his man on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He's going to pass on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And you wonder if mechanically something is off with this kicker. That's now his second missed field goal of the day. And guys, we've got almost perfect conditions to kick the football. I'm not sure what's going on.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Give to the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The option look. Now the pitch. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. He's running free in the middle.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cajun. Lining up for the PAT. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Fires on the move. He's got it. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. There's a timeout call. This offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple times. Decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Handoff from the gun. Makes him talk to the hand. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Raging Cajuns in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got it behind the lines. It's Perry. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Fires up. Now it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try the left side. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And that'll bring us to the end of the 1st half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Raging Cajuns will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anthony. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you
just steamrolling the defense. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Now on second down after the incompletion. A run for the quarterback. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Looking for a man. It's Green. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Looking to throw on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away, and they were able to do that there.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stevens. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Razorbacks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Green. Floats it out in space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Perry. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely
nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, well, he is hard to bring down.
The Raging Cajuns will have it first and 10. He wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. That was a nice pickup running.
If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really
match up there. Third down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Unloads it left. And it's picked off for the third time today. Taking it the other way. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Arkansas. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Perry. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Gotta start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Grab near the sticks. It's Carter. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. To the air on first down. And they got him for the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabbed over the middle, it's Perry. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because of
just destroying his way through the field. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Right back to the well. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Looking for room. It's Jackson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run down in the second half if they're going to win this game. You wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. This quarterback part of their running game. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. And the Razorbacks are marching down the field. The give to the back. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive line and push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Wants to throw. It's Green. Dumps it to the back. Firing to the right, complete. Just plowing down the field. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the beatdown has ensued.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Throws to the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Snagged in the middle. It's Davis. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going for it all. And
Here now, making a big play. That is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. The jet sweep pass.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
And the Raging Cajuns want to crank the tempo. On second and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. Just hammer him with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. On the sweet spin, and he's free. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. The give as they work on that clock. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And they'll take a knee on 4th down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments.
Watch my jersey.
It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee.
Guys, we can do better.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent. We just need a little